I was already holding the bottle when she said it. Crystal stemware lined the table like a firing squad. 12 glasses, 12 judgments. The wine was breathing. So was I. My mother-in-law didn't raise her voice. She never had to. She smiled into her napkin and said it softly, as if offering etiquette instead of a sentence. The help doesn't eat with family. The word help landed on my spine. No one looked at me. That was the rule. Eyes forward. Silence preserved. Tradition protected. I kept pouring. The wine slipped into the glass. Slow, controlled, obedient. Like me. At least that's who they thought I was. My husband cleared his throat but didn't speak. He never spoke when she drew blood. He just watched to see how much I'd lose. I felt the heat rise behind my eyes. Not tears. Never tears. Something colder. I straightened the label on the bottle with my thumb. Perfectly aligned. Then I looked up. Straight at her. And in that second, something flickered across her face. Recognition? No. Dismissal. She had already decided who I was. The girl who married up. The quiet one. The one who should be grateful for a chair in the corner. I set the bottle down. Carefully. Because moments like this don't need drama. They need memory. That was when my phone vibrated in my apron pocket. Once. A single notification. I didn't check it. I didn't need to. I already knew who it was from. Earlier that afternoon, while she was arranging flowers and correcting my posture, I had been standing alone in the wine cellar. Stone walls, cool air, truth aged in oak. My phone had lit up then, too. A message with no greeting. You should know what they've been saying about you. Attached was a photo. Not recent. Never recent. A dinner table. This one. Same silverware. Same chandelier. Different woman in my chair. Laughing. Drinking my wine. Her hand resting where mine was supposed to be. The caption beneath it had been worse than the image. She thinks you don't belong here. I belong nowhere, apparently. Not at the table. Not in the family. Not in my own marriage. The vibration in my pocket stopped. The silence stretched. My mother-in-law dabbed her lips and finally looked at me, eyebrows raised as if waiting for obedience to arrive late. Well, she said. That was the moment I understood something with terrifying clarity. They weren't hiding anything anymore because they didn't think I was capable of seeing it. I picked up my glass instead of the bottle, sat down, pulled the chair closer to the table, and smiled. Not because I was calm, but because I was done pretending I didn't know exactly who I was serving and exactly what they had already taken from me. No one stopped me when I sat. That was the first crack in their confidence. My husband glanced at me, confused like a man noticing smoke too late. My mother-in-law tilted her head, studying me the way you study a stain you don't remember making. I lifted my glass. The wine caught the light, deep, expensive, patient. She frowned. Put that down, she said. You haven't been poured. I looked at the glass, then at her. I poured it, I said. A pause. A small one, but enough. She laughed softly. Not kind. Corrective. You forget yourself, she said. You're not... Family? I finished for her. The table stiffened. I felt my pulse everywhere. Not fast. Precise. I know, I said. That's why this is interesting. My husband leaned closer. What are you doing? He whispered. I didn't look at him. Instead, I reached into my apron pocket and took out my phone. No rush. No tremor. I placed it on the table and slid it toward her. The photo glowed between us. Her smile vanished. Not outrage. Not confusion. Fear. The kind that recognizes itself. That's not what you think, my husband said too quickly. I finally looked at him. Really looked. The practiced innocence. The way he waited for his mother to speak first. I turned back to her. You told her I didn't belong, I said. You let her sit here. Drink this wine. Wear that ring. Her mouth opened. Closed. I continued, voice level. You told people I was hired help, temporary, replaceable. Silence wrapped the room. I lifted my glass again. I find it fascinating, I said. How comfortable you all became spending something. You didn't think belonged to me. She stood abruptly. You will not speak to me like this in my house. I smiled. This time it was real. Our house, I corrected. At least that's what you told everyone. That your son owned it. I tapped the base of my glass against the table. Once. My name is the only one on Whitmore Estate Vineyards, I said softly. The land. The label. The legacy. Her face drained of color. My husband stared at me like a stranger. You, what? He said. I let you believe you married up, I said. It made you honest in ways you didn't realize. I stood. The room felt smaller now, like a lie collapsing. I didn't confront you, I said to her. I audited you. The accounts, the quiet transfers, the little gifts you gave her with my money. Her hands shook. You wouldn't, she said. I already did. I took a sip. Let the wine settle. I'm filing for divorce tomorrow, I said to my husband, and pressing charges the day after. I turned to her last. You were right, I said. The help doesn't eat with family. I set my glass down. Perfectly aligned. That's why I just fired you both. I walked out without looking back. The door closed softly behind me. And for the first time in that house, everything was finally quiet.